Hello, my name is Kelly McCown. I'm the teacher, author, and owner of Teaching Math and More LLC. Today on the Teaching Math and More channel, we are talking about how to simplify your math vocabulary with tips, strategies, and resources to develop a math classroom plan to meet the needs of all your students. The purpose of this video is to help you, the math teacher, to learn how to help your students achieve success in the math class with these tips. Grab the Simplify Your Math Class notes. This is a 5-part video series about how to simplify your math class. Each quick 6-minute video will give you tips, strategies, and resources to develop a math classroom plan to meet the needs of all your students. Learn how to help your students achieve success in math class with these tips. Today we are on page 8 titled Video 3 Notes. The link for the notes is in the description of this video. Simplifying is defined as making something less complex or complicated. Let's face it, sometimes our math classrooms can become too complicated and hard to navigate because of all the things. What if there was a way to make math vocabulary easier for you to manage and for your kids to learn? It doesn't have to be stressful or overwhelming. There are so many things you can do, but there is only one you. So let's simplify things for you. Let's look at 5 things to help you simplify your math vocabulary now. Number 1. The math vocabulary wall. Math vocabulary is a language that needs to be practiced. Students need to be able to speak it, write it, and apply it correctly. Make your math classroom word wall simple by having it student-centered. I'm going to repeat that again. Make your math classroom word wall simple by having it be student-centered. By having this approach, it will be easier for you to handle. So often, I see word walls that are teacher created and they make me cringe. While that is one way to create a word wall, who is the one that's becoming proficient in the language? The teacher. Now, what if you were to have a word wall that was student made, student created? Having your students create your classroom word wall will give them a connection to your classroom and a buy-in to learning the math vocabulary words. The link for the student-centered math word walls are in the description of this video. Number 2, math vocabulary journal. Math vocabulary needs to be appropriate for the student's grade level. You're not going to practice the below grade level words. You're going to practice on grade level words in preparation for reading math word problems. Becoming more proficient in your grade level math vocabulary is so important that you can master it by the end of the school year. Your end goal is to be on grade level with your vocabulary and have full mastery of it. But it starts with knowing what your grade level words are and how you should practice them. Grab the math vocabulary notebook in the description of this video. Number 3, math vocabulary centers. The best way to do something is to practice it often. So by practicing always and often, you will ensure that your kids are building their math muscles for math vocabulary with these centers. What if I told you you could simplify practicing vocabulary? Yes, it's true. Practicing vocabulary can be simplified, and you can provide extra chances to practice throughout the month without adding any more to your to-do list. Having monthly math vocabulary centers is a routine that gives you back your time and energy. Having a built-in system in place where your kids practice the math vocabulary at the centers independently, and you can simply take it for a classwork completion grade or no grade at all. Number 4, math vocabulary cards. A question I often get from teachers is, what's the best way to practice math vocabulary? The answer is very simple, with a tool that works, and that's called a vocabulary card using the Frayer model. Kids write the definition in their own words. They list facts about the word and then examples of the math word and non-examples of the word. Why do we do this? Because statistically it has been shown that when you compare and contrast a math vocabulary word with examples and non-examples, your learning gains will improve 45%. That's a lot. So next time you need your students to practice, use a math vocabulary card. You can grab the vocabulary card on pages 14, 15, and 16 of your video notes. The link is in the description of this video. Number 5, set a goal. There are many ways you can simplify your math vocabulary. The easiest way to incorporate your math vocabulary is having a routine. Kids love routines and consistency. So by incorporating monthly math centers will help you keep your goal. Don't stress about the number of words, just make a goal and create a plan for the year. So an achievable goal is about 3, 4, or 5 words a week, and that will help you achieve a big goal of 150 words for the entire school year. This can easily be done when you have a system or routine in place with math centers or a math vocabulary notebook. Simply add 3, 4, or 5 words every week for students to practice, and then by the end of the year, you will have achieved your 150 word goal. In your video notes, you can grab the monthly math centers on page 11, and also in your video notes, there is a page titled Top 10 Math Vocabulary Words on page 13. You will see 10 words for every grade level, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade that students should know. There is a solution to the problem of how to simplify your math vocabulary. Try learning tips to simplify and manage your math vocabulary in class so that it's easier for your kids to practice while you can monitor your class. Ready to simplify your math vocabulary in your classroom? The Back to School Math Workshop is the fastest way to do that, with workshops on math stations, math vocabulary, math classroom management, math chats, and math intervention. Be ready for this school year with the best tools. Sign up today. The link is available in the comments below this video. For more information about the Back to School Math Workshop, be sure to sign up for our VIP teacher emails. Thank you for subscribing to our channel, and we'll see you next week for part 4 of our Simplify Your Math Class series.